Well, hey everyone, welcome back to the stream, welcome to my channel and yet another video. Working on this guy here. That's our little AC Cobra. So let's get started, shall we? So guys, basically where am I at? We were working on wheels last time, getting that front suspension done, and yeah, I wound up just having to glue it together and just let it sit and wait. And so that's what I've done. We've got our wheels here. They're going to be ready to be installed now, finally. So let's get this done and get our wheels put on, okay? So we have our wheels. I'm going to move these out of my way. I've got some extra projects that I'm working on at the same time as this, so I've got a lot of junk on my desk right now. So wheels are going to go in here, and we have our steering, I don't know, steer cylinder, steering rack. Let me change the camera and so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay. So here we are. So we're going to take this and we're going to go upside down with it. And we're going to take one of these wheels. Now they are definitely a left and a right, right? So you want to have your link that your steering rods is on towards the front. So we'll take this guy. Now it doesn't really matter because, hey, look at that, they're the same, right? It's just one's going to be upside down. So we're going to put that in here and in there. So this is where it's going to get a little bit tricky because we need to get those pegs in there, right? This is where doing this while the glue was still setting would have been better. Now that is a tight fit. It doesn't really want to go in there. So I'm going to put my thumbnail there as I press, try and get that to seat in the hole. It really does not want to go. So do I have the right one? Doesn't really want to go in there, so maybe I got to do this guy. The pin's different size, top and bottom. Does not seem so. I have a feeling I'm going to wind up having to break it loose. As I just do a little test fit there, the steps don't work properly. So yeah, I'm going to have to wind up stretching that. Oh, test fitting the radiator. That's not good. So I'm going to have to open up this hole a little bit. So let's pick a drill bit and open up that hole. Just a little bit. I was not anticipating this, honestly. I had no idea. That looks like it's a good size. Now, had I known I was going to wind up with this issue, I would have prepared. It's the same with the top. It doesn't want to fit in the top either, right? No. So let's open up our holes a little bit. Might as well go all the way through. My bit happens to be long enough that I can go all the way. Okay. Didn't feel like it really did much, but let's see. Yeah, now I can actually fit it in there, but it's really not wanting to There we go. There we go. One in. Okay. There's one. Now I think I want to put this rod through here first. We can get this clipped on to that. That. Again, tight fit. There we go. Okay, so that's that. That's on there. And this, yeah. I mean, yeah, it works, but tight fit. Okay. Same dealio here. Let's get that opened up. Open up this one. Okay. This on there. And that. Come on. There we go. Let's see if I can. I am putting quite a bit of pressure. This would have been a lot easier to do before the glue was set. And I just broke my wheel off. That's okay though. I can always glue that wheel back on. And we have to put so much pressure to get that in there. There we go. Alright, let's get this on. There we go. Snapped in. There we go. We got our, well, sort of our wheels on. I'll glue this back on right now. Once again, gonna have to let that sit for a minute. Nice thing is it'll sit like that now. Okay. Come on out of there. Okay, so with our front suspension finally assembled, this is all now all done. What I have not done is I have not put on the exhaust manifolds, so I'm going to try and test fit them. I do not think they're going to line up anymore. I might just wait till I've got the body on and I'm going to put the side pipes on before I really try and put the headers on. So that might be just left. I just might leave that for last, because you're supposed to put them on before the engine goes in, but I don't really have that option right now. Okay, flipping this over, this is all irrelevant now because we've got great big slicks and a different rear end that's going in here. So this is all, that's irrelevant, right? So we've got the engine is already in the frame. So let's take a look at the radiator, okay? Last time I painted our cooling fans, which wound up buried here somewhere. Where are my cooling fans? There they are. So I got my cooling fans done. These are finished now. Okay. And I got my rad adder. Radiator, they do have a little diagram down at the bottom here. And they have a diagram here that shows you how the angle that the radiator is supposed to sit at, and at what level the fans are supposed to be. So basically you're going to take the top of the fan blade and line it up with the very, very front corner here. And you're going to take the top of the radiator and line it up at this notch back here. Let me turn this here. So the fan blades line up here, and then the radiator lines up here. Okay. So I can put some glue on the bottom of my rad. Just in the 2 notches that go on the frame there. That's going to be more than enough. And I'm going to grab my tweezers and do this. Since my wheel came off, so the radiator is going to go way back to here. I want to leave a little space between the radiator and my fan belt. The radiator would be very happy to rest right against the fan belt if I left it. Right? But I don't want to do that. So I'm going to hold this up like this a little bit and make sure I've got a space between the rad and my fan. While the glue kind of sets a little bit. Ideally, I could try and get the radiator to sit straight up and down, and then I don't have to hold it at all. So I'll just hold it like this for a minute while keeping an eye on it to make sure the rad doesn't fall in either direction. As you guys know, this glue sets up fairly quickly as long as you don't really touch it, right? You just give it a minute and it'll be all right. So with that being said, that's now on. I would like to kind of prop this up. Maybe I'll get a thing of paint here. There we go. Okay, now our fans. Fans go with our frame at the bottom of them, okay? So the frame is at the bottom, not at the top. So that would be upside down, okay? You want to have them this direction. And we already test fitted this yesterday, right? So we know that it's going to fit on there. It's just a matter of the height. You just got to get the height on there, and that's it. So, again, some glue in there and in there. I'm going to try and keep this kind of at its same angle. And kind of eyeball the fans at the top, right about there. And get this side in. Come on. There we go. Check. Fans are too high up. There we go. There we have them. Fans are in, just like that. Okay. And it looks like the radiator is happy to sit where it is now. So there we go. There's an idea of what the front's going to look like with our fans in and the radiator in. So you're not going to get to see the nice pulleys and everything and the front of the engine. You may have noticed that I have no rad hoses, and that is because I can't do the rad hoses because, well, let's face it, this is not the engine that the car came with, and so the hose, I do have the hose sitting here somewhere. The hose is bent in a way that it would fit on the stock engine, but not on this one. And so, as you guys have heard me say more than once, I'm not a fabricator. I can't build stuff from scratch. I just don't have that skill set. So, yeah, there's no rad hose. Are you going to notice that there's no rad hose? Probably not. So, that's fine. All right, so that means this page is done. So we can flip over and continue on. And now we're going to start to work on the interior. So we've got our interior bucket here. And so I'm going to sit this, I'm just going to put on my table over here for now and let that dry just as it is. so that I don't accidentally bump it or anything like that. So we have our bucket here, and I have seen guys, there's a guy who builds one of these on YouTube, and he puts some of that flock textured stuff down at the bottom to give that texture of like carpet. I'm kind of thinking this car's more purpose built for racing, and so they're not going to have carpet in the bottom. So I'm going to leave it like this. Okay, I'm going to leave it black. I'm actually tempted to paint this all aluminum, but since we don't exactly have racing bucket seats in this car, I think we'll just leave it like that. Something else I was looking at, because I do have these big the big holes. Let me change here. I do have the big holes in the back end of this chassis. This would look pretty bad if I just mock this up in here for temporary reasons. That's going to look terrible through the trunk, right? You're going to see the tires through there. I don't want to actually build some kind of a fake tub just for the sake of being able to open the trunk and see it. I'm not really interested in that. So with that in mind, I'm going to glue the trunk lid down. I know the kit gives you the option. You can have this. It comes with hinges, and you can have this actually hinged and have it open and closed as you will. I am just gonna glue mine closed. I think that's gonna be best, and I'll just leave it at that. So, speaking of that, I might as well get this glued in place now. It's just a matter of getting it lined up as close as I can. Whoops. Use a combination of regular glue and my thin set. So let me change this for you. Okay. Just put a little dab here, maybe one in the middle there. Just a couple of spots. I don't want it leaking out and showing anywhere, so that's why. That was too much. Let's wipe that away. Okay. It's not a super precise fit, but I think where I just placed it is pretty good as far as keeping the gap down to a minimum, keeping it even. So now that's what I love about the thin set. And now with that in mind, let's go on the inside, take care of this. All right, so the trunk is on. Trunk lid is on. Put that aside for now, and let's have a look at our interior again. You got two seats. I think if I just put these in there, it's going to hide the hole enough that you're not going to see the big gaping hole that's right there. Because the tire basically sits like this. So actually I should do a test fit. Make sure the seat doesn't actually interfere. No, there's plenty of room. Plenty of room. See, with the tire there, you're actually not going to notice it, right? So I think that's good like that. So we can glue our seat in, basically just all around there. Okay, there's the driver's seat. We'll do the same with the passenger. Again, just like that. The hole that you can see through there, the tire's going to basically cover it, and you're good to go. Kind of did a shitty job in there, and so I've got some glue showing here. I don't like that, but I can always just go with my Mr. Surfacer and clean up that shiny glue spot. What else we got here? We have our dash. So that is that piece that I've been wondering about that one. This guy here. Been wondering about this one for a while, and also this. It looks like a mirror, side view mirror, but there's only one. So yeah. Anyway, let's get this off of here. Put this aside. So this guy. Oh, okay. It actually sits like this. It's actually sits like this. Sits in like that. So it needs to stay silver on this side, but be black on this side. So I will clean up my nub marks here. Okay, and I'll spray paint this black. Just like that. That should be good. While I'm at it, let's touch up my little crap job here. There, just a little touch up on that. Okay, we got aluminum, black, aluminum, aluminum, black, aluminum, black, just like that. They do point out on here some painting you're supposed to do H2, whatever color that's going to be, and their little call out. Do they have a color call out on this? H2. Yeah, H2 is black. Surprise, surprise. All of these little tidbits are supposed to be black. And it's going to go like this. So I actually got to paint that section black. Okay, let's get my black. I'll paint them now while I have this. So I'm actually going to wait for that to dry. What else we have? We have the fire extinguisher. We have our pedals. We have a shifter. and an e-brake handle. Let's take a look at those. So off of our B tree, B I think is chrome. This is not the tree I'm looking for. Where's my B tree? I can't find my B tree. Where's my B tree? I can't find my B tree. Where's my B tree? B tree, B tree. There it is. I thought it was chrome, so I pulled it out and that's it. So B17 are petals. Here's our petals. We have B23. Right down here is our shifter. Okay. B8 is a fire extinguisher right here, which I'll have to paint red. Right there. And then we need B6. Some kind of a little roll bar. Not really a roll bar, but it's a bar of some sort. B6 is this guy here. And D3. D. Now, where's D? I find my D now. I thought I found my D yesterday, but now I gotta look for my D again. Where's my D? Where is my D? Where's my D? Help me find my D. I need someone to help me find my D. How can I grab my D if I can't find it? Can't find my D. Where's my D? Yay, I found my D. Okay, D3. There we go. Finally. It's always nice when you find your D. So you pull it out, play with it, do all kinds of fun stuff with it. And I just broke my D. I broke my D in half. That's that shows you guys. I've mentioned a couple of times that the plastic in this kit feels like it's a little brittle. And that's a perfect example. Like I barely just had it between my fingers and went doink and it broke in half. Without really putting any pressure on it at all. Okay, so if I'm looking at the color call out, 2 is black. Let's see what H8 is. silver, okay. Got a couple of things that I need to paint chrome. So this guy is going to go here, kind of in the center of the dash, or center console, I mean. Right there in these holes. I'm not quite sure what the purpose of that is. It doesn't seem to be related to this thing at all. It's just, for some reason, this little bar sticking up there. Put her pedals in. If I can get that cleaned up for it to fit flush on the floor where it belongs. Normally I might be inclined to paint the pedals, but realistically, I just put them in backwards. You know, what's just wrong with me today? You know, I might be inclined to paint the actual bars of the brake and clutch pedal silver or something like that. But then, you know, realistically, what color are they in real life? It's very, very rare that you actually see them silver or something like that. And honestly, are you gonna even notice it? Probably not at all. Probably not at all. Nice little chrome shifter rod. While I'm at it, attempt painting this chrome. No good. Can't do it. This Molotow chrome, Molotow liquid chrome, this stuff is pretty cool. This is awesome as long as you don't have to touch the part ever. It is very, very fragile paint. If you're going to paint something that you're going to actually touch sometimes, you don't ever want to, then you don't want to use it. But for anything else, it's really fantastic. I'm going to do the steering wheel with that stuff and get the chrome on the center spokes. It likes to be painted on thick. I messed it up a little bit, but I'll touch it up a little bit later. Not a big deal. Okay, so let's grab my black, flat black, shake that up a little bit. Do a little bit of detail painting on here. I want to try and, so I want to get in behind that cap. And I might need to grab a smaller brush for that. Probably wise. Actually, I may not have to. Now that I think about it, I'm going to paint that cap with the chrome. So I don't have to worry about getting black on that cap. My hesitation was that I wouldn't be able to get the brush in behind the cap. But I'm going to paint the cap chrome, so it don't matter. Okay, there we go. Those are all black now. And I want to paint the knob on here. Black. And where I got some chrome on the rubber boot, I've touched that up. Of course, the chrome's still wet, so let's just leave that at that. Okay. Touch up my glue here. There we go. Okay. That's that. Grab my thinner and clean my brushes. All right. Oh, you know, I missed. That section. So let that sit for a minute. This has to dry a little bit more. That's the nature of the beast, right? Everything's got to dry. You got to wait for it to dry. Whether it's glue, whether it's paint, it's got to dry. You have to wait. Dashboard. We got the dashboard here. Okay. B20 is our dashboard. And so let's get our dashboard off of here. There we go. There's our dash. Okay. So we have some decals that we need to put in for our instruments. Okay. And I could put them on right there just as they are. But, you know, I did see a guy on YouTube. He drilled out the holes for the, what do we got, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 instruments that we have on our decal sheet here. These ones right here. Okay. That's just one decal. And so you can just lay it down over top of that, or you can do what this guy did, and he drilled out all of these hollow, drilled out all the holes, and then he took a little piece of styrene and he just put them in behind, so it gave them that depth. And I actually like that idea. I really like that idea. So I want to drill these out also. Okay. So what I want to do is drill a little pilot hole. I'm going to use one of my funky little dentist tools here. I'm going to get it centered. Center that hole. Center that one. Just doing this as a, so when I grab my pin vise, I've got the center notched out. Okay. All right, pin vise time. I'm really just picking any one here just to start a pilot hole. It's just to start a pilot hole. That's all this is for. I'm not pressing too hard. I don't want to go crazy, and especially when it breaks through, I don't want to stab my finger. Right? As funny as that might be to see, I don't really want to do it. In fact, I don't trust myself enough, because I have to kind of press hard. There we go, we're through. Okay. Now this particular bit is very close to the size I need. Until I don't have these lined up. I did not get the center of these at all. with my little dentist pick thing. Which is, well, you know, it just makes me happy I'm not using a drill or Dremel, because I didn't get the center at all, especially in the big one. I think this one I'm about to drill now is actually the only one I did get in the middle. Two more. Okay, so now with that done, I can just take my X-Acto knife and just kind of scrape out the edge where I need it. Sorry if you guys can't really see what I'm doing here, but I kind of need to work close to me and close to my face so I can see what I'm doing. So just kind of work my knife around to get the hole where I need it. Go. It's two. Let's work on this big guy. I now have a hole that's almost in the center like I need it. Temptation is to work, like to put a lot of pressure on it to get it done faster, but seeing how easily this plastic cracks and breaks, I have to resist that temptation to use lots of pressure. Go. That's three. Only four more to go. We're almost halfway there. Four done. We're now over halfway there. 5 done. Can you guys even see it all? I don't know. I'm sorry. This is just one of those things that, you know, sometimes I would even think, oh, I'll just do this off camera, so that I can just take my time and do it. But really all I'm doing is just carving this out, and whoops, that was close. One more big guy to do, and then we're done. I think we're done. Clean up the back sides here a little bit. All right. We have 7 little holes in our dash now. Ready to put the gauges in. Alright. So, contrasting it on the background of this, you can see the little holes that I've drilled all through here. And the mess I've made on my desk. So, we have our decals. Let's get them out of here. We can cut these out, and now that technically, I could just go, see, they line up, and they line up perfectly, and there we go, right? Actually, you know what, let me play with the camera here and get this fixed up here so you can see, so that I can actually show you. Here. Focus right here. Okay. So let's get this like that. Right. So this, get that lined up on there. You can see how they're going to line up. Hey, autofocus off here. Thank you. They're going to line up. Can we? Get those lined up. It's going to be like that. Just like that, right? So, yeah. So technically, I could just glue this onto the back and call it a day, right? just put a bit of glue on here and then just trim the paper and say, hey, it's done. And I think I just might do that. I do need to trim the paper. I'm going to do that now though. There we go. Okay. And there we go. My gauges are now glued in. Oh, we can't see. Oh well. Gauges are glued in and now they look like they're in depth. I like that. That's a much cooler look for sure. And of course, the dash is going to go in last, and I now realize what this bar is for. That bar goes in behind the dash. Like this. Again, what the purpose of the bar is, I don't know. I'm sorry you can't see it now. Anyway, let that dry now. This is dry. I want to put some chrome on my little tip there. And we can put this in. This, of course, is going like this. It looks like it's going to sit on top here and here, but actually sits down inside. But if I just go boom, 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 that's going to be enough glue, I think. Better yet, I'll put the glue on here. there we go. That's done. I do kind of want to just do the top of that black, just because, just in case you're going to see it. I don't know if you ever will, but I want to do the top of the cardboard there black. Actually, I'll just do the whole thing. Better safe than never. Better safe than never? That's not a saying. How about better safe than sorry? There. Shifters in. Here we go. Now, dashboards in. Dashboards in. And with the exception of a fire extinguisher, that's it for the interior. And so that's what I'm going to leave it at that for now. Okay. So, before I leave it at that, I want to explain a little something what I'm about to be doing with the engine. So if I grab our chassis again, this is now going to be nice and dry and all done perfectly solid. There's one detail I want to add to the engine, and that is fuel lines. Okay, this being a blown Boss 429 engine, we're going to have, as you could tell, let me change the camera back and I'll show you. So with the blower, sorry, my camera doesn't seem to be in focus here. That's better. Oh. Why does it keep sliding out of focus? Let me try this. There. Okay. So we have no carburetors or anything like that. So this is a fuel injected engine. And normally on these model kits you don't see any of the fuel lines or anything like that. But I have taken the liberty of drilling holes on each side along here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and I've done that on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4 along here. And so what I'm going to be using is some solder. So I've got some 0.6 mil solder here, but what I've actually got is I got a little roll here of some 0.4. Okay, some 0.4 solder. Okay, and I've cut them into 4 little lengths like this. Okay, then I'm going to put in each one of these holes and have them running back to here to this little block. Okay, that little block, I've got 4 little holes drilled through it. Okay, and that's our little distribution block that's going to sit basically right here at the back of the intake, and where all the lines are going to connect into it back here. Okay, and that's what I'm going to work on next. Basically, I'm going to do that off camera because I'm literally going to be doing this for the very first time ever. I've never done it personally, and so it's probably going to take me some time. It's going to take me a little bit of trial and error to actually get it done. And but I have a plan, and that plan is to run the wires or the solder through this little block first, like that, and then bend it, and then bend it again, right? The idea is to have these kind of straight lines, not wavy. They're not tubes. Well, they are tubes, but they're not hoses, right? And so they should run straight. That's the hope I'm having, that I'll be able to do that. Like I said, having never done it before, it's going to be a challenge, and yeah, I'm hoping it turns out and it looks really cool and it's all done. And if I can do it, then I can do it on my future engines that I do, and have them look really cool and more realistic and a little bit more detailed. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to work on, basically rest of the day kind of thing. And yeah, but that's going to be it as far as the assembling of the kit for today. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and thanks for coming out. 80% of you are not subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button down below. Leave a comment if you have any. Well, if you have any comments, pretty much, right? Anyway, thanks again, guys, for watching. Thanks for all the support. You guys are really awesome. And yeah, we will see you all in the next one.